Stiamo andando ad incontrare Inga. Allora, Inga, un anno fa, lei è del Belgio, ha aperto un sito di incontri un po' particolari, un po', come posso dirvi, un po' di classe. Cioè, per accedere al sito di Inga bisogna essere particolarmente ricchi. L'iscrizione al suo sito comporta una spesa di 15.000 euro per lui e 15.000 per lei, per fare in modo di fare un minimo di selezione all'ingresso e quindi anche assicurarsi un certo standard di vita. Vabbè, io non vi anticipo nient'altro, tanto ci racconta tutto lei. Ovviamente dove poteva essere l'ufficio se non a un computer, invece no. Inga, I was saying that you're very hot. So it's like, no, you work behind the computer, so, oh, she must be ugly. No, you're hot. So, Inga, hi. The first question is, what's your site about?
Well, first of all, it's not really a site because what we do is very personal based. It's private, it's direct with the clients. Our website is basically a business card, but everything that we do is very personal, very discreet, very confidential, and very secure because we background screen our clients, we know all of our clients, and we provide a very personal service.
Great.
By getting to know them very well, understanding their life, and thus finding suitable introductions and eventually their soulmate.
Okay, great. But how come one day you woke up and you said, okay, then I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to work on this.
Well, okay, it's a funny story.
Right,
actually.
go. We just love funny stories.
Well, first of all, I worked in a very different industry. I was working in the steel industry for a lot of years.
For real?
Yes.
What did you do there?
I was basically acquiring steel around the world. I was flying around.
Okay, great. Nothing to do with
No,
right
no,
now.
no,
Okay, great.
Nothing at all.
Okay.
But then we sold the company, so I was looking for a new adventure, a new project.
Adventure was the right word, actually. So, huh?
Yeah, life should not be boring.
Great, great.
But then I was divorced because I got married at a very young age.
What age?
21. Yeah, I met my ex-husband when I was 18.
My God. Okay.
Yeah, which was not so smart. At 18 you think you're all grown up and you know what you want in life.
Sure, of course. If I had married all of my ex, then I would be, whatever.
So yeah, that was that. But we stayed together for 11 years.
Wow, that was a long time.
I was just stubborn, I think. I just wanted to make it work somehow, but it wasn't meant to be from the beginning. But anyway, I got divorced when I was 29. And then I was single, and I thought it was really difficult, working a lot. I had a son, a small boy.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. Working a lot, and it was hard for me to meet new, interesting people.
Of course.
And then I thought, well, I should do something about it. I should kind of, find a solution to enlarge my social network.
Of course.
And that's how, through a friend, I came in touch with an agency, a matchmaking agency in London, because it's a very Anglo-Saxon concept.
Mm-hmm.
And I signed up.
Okay, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I signed up with them. And
with your name or a fake name?
No. You can't fake the name because they check you. They
okay.
They do intake interviews. They kind of, they do the whole thing. So you can never fake this. But then I got to know a few interesting people, but then I got much more interested in the business idea of the concept rather than actually pursuing the project for myself.
Of course.
And then I partnered up with an agency in London first, and I worked together for a couple of years, got to know the industry, kind of found out whether it was something I would really want to do. Mm-hmm. And then eventually, because I had very specific ideas on how to grow the business and how to be of more value to the customers. Right,
because you came from there, right?
I basically split from them. So we ended our joint venture and we both went our own ways. And then I created, my new company, which is called Ivy International, with the new ideas that I had and the way I felt.
So you started as a client, actually.
I started as a client,
right?
Yes.
And then you decided to put yourself on
the
back
other side.
seat.
Yeah.
Okay, great. But how come you chose to put it in a rich way? I mean, how much people have to pay to inscribe themselves?
Well, first of all, it starts. Back in that day, I paid £8,000.
8,000
Like
pounds.
10,000 euros.
Okay, wow.
Our fees start at 15,000
Uh-huh.
a year. It's
Pounds.
euros.
Euros.
You know, it's expensive, but at the same time, you know, you have to make sure to analyze what you get for the money, because you get a lot of time from the matchmakers, from the team, because we coach our clients, we guide them, we give them access to a whole new world.
Oh, wow.
Because we have, you know, international clients from different industries, different environments, so you get to know a lot of interesting clients, a lot of interesting people that we select for you, so they are like-minded and they are, you know, interesting for you.
But what happens? I come up to you and I say, okay, I pay 15,000, right?
Yeah.
Euros. And what do you do for me? What do you ask me? What's your type? Like brown hair, blonde hair? What's your
well, that's the
his
start.
kind
But
of
it
job?
goes so much further because first of all, I think it's much more important to know what you don't want
Oh, right,
than what you do
right.
want.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Because I think you have to have an open mind, because you fall in love with the person, not with a list of criteria.
Right.
So my advice is always to keep an open mind, but to really know what you do not want, you know? Mm-hmm. Why people come to us is because it's expensive, because it's a safe environment, you know? We spend different interviews to really get to know the clients. We interview you about everything, about your childhood, your personal career, your relationship history, you know, what makes you laugh, what makes you cry, what do you enjoy, how you want to spend your life, how you see your future, you know, everything. We want to know everything about you, and that takes a lot of time. We process that into profiles, and then we use all that information both in a rational way but also intuitively. It's a combination to select, you know, the right suitable introductions for you. And that means, you know, it starts at very practical things: age, looks, you know, maybe a job or financial status, or, but then, you know,
and sexual likes.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
It's part of that. And some people are very open about that. For others, it takes a bit of time, you know, to discuss these kind of things.
Right.
But the more information we have, you know, the better we can, you know, choose your introductions. And people generally are very open and trust us with, you know, all details about their personal life, and so we can really understand what makes them tick. It's, you know, it's quite a privilege to get to know all these clients in this way, because we have, you know, we know them so well. We have all this delicate information.
How old are they?
It starts at 23.
For real?
Yeah. And we go, I think my eldest client at the moment is 79.
Okay. So it still works at that age.
Exactly.
Okay.
Maybe not for everybody, but
Okay.
yeah. No, and of course, really, the definition of a relationship kind of changes, you know. When you're younger, of course, you want more passion, and, you know, sex is a big issue. When you're older, you know, it might be less important, although it's still, you know, a fact of life.
But what happens? You call them up and you say, okay, I have a match for you.
Yeah.
You want to see that? Or you show it before in like pictures?
No, we never use pictures. We will present people with a profile description, and we will explain what they do, what kind of personality they have, how they look as well. But we will describe in detail.
Oh, but they don't. No way. They don't see it. No way.
You have to trust us that we choose.
No way. Till when?
Till they actually meet. Because when they both have accepted each other's profile, we will then put them in touch with each other, and then they set up the date. Sometimes we do it for them. Depends on what the clients want. And then they meet up, and then they actually see each other for the first time. And then the feedback that we get from that is really important.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
But then
blind dates, very exciting.
I love it. I just love it. But they have to be from the same town, from the same city, from the same country at least.
No, we make so many different matches.
For real?
International, all the time. We just made a new couple, and he's actually a French guy living in Hong Kong, and she is from Barcelona.
No way.
Yeah, and they find a way to you know, to meet up, but it all depends on your criteria. Some people are, you know, very fixed to their location, and they should have somebody.
And they tell you that.
Exactly.
So,
this is part of our screening. You know? Do they want somebody near them, or somebody that can move towards them, or are they open and flexible to move themselves so that they can meet somebody anywhere? It all depends, but that's what we need to know, and then everything is
So
possible.
if they meet up, they go out for dinner, and they're happy, happily ever after, what happens to you?
We kind of disappear. Although,
But right away after the first.
No, we follow up, of course.
Okay,
you know,
that's
so
what
that
I
we
wanted.
see how it goes, and we sometimes we do give quite a bit of advice, you know, and help the relationship kind of take off.
Okay.
Some people stay in touch. Some people, you know, need our advice or would like our advice.
Do they
also
invite you
later.
to their weddings?
Very rarely, unfortunately.
Oh gosh, that's not fair.
I know, but you know, the thing is that matchmaking is still very taboo.
It is.
And
It is.
nobody kind of wants
So
to tell
stupid.
anybody
Yeah,
that they
right.
do this.
Oh, we met in high school and then we
Exactly.
met back
Or
again.
yeah, we bumped into each other in the hotel reception. You know?
Right.
It's like, oh no, we had something to do with that. But it's okay, you know, we respect people's
We jumped in
privacy.
Inga, actually.
Yeah. But it would be really nice for us if, you know, people would be
Right.
more open about this.
Uh-huh.
Someday, maybe they will. In the
Of
States, for
course,
example, it's different.
It has to. It is.
Because
it is.
it's an accepted, you know, concept. Everybody's okay with it. You know, if you can't find love or you want to do something about it, you want to be proactive, you just go to a matchmaker. It's like going to the doctor when you're
Right.
sick, you know? I mean,
But where do you have an office? You don't have an office.
yes, no, we have offices. We have 3 main offices in Antwerp, Paris, and Geneva.
Uh-huh.
And then we have, you know, satellite branches in many different countries.
But where you're from?
I'm from Antwerp, actually, from Belgium.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And the weirdest client you ever had? Like, weirdest questions and weirdest...
Well, that's a very interesting question, actually.
Or if you ever fell in love with a client,
No, actually,
or liked a client,
I have
you know?
a really nice partner, so I'm not open to that. But I have a lot of friends, though. You know, clients that became good friends.
Uh-huh.
And I actually think that we have a fantastic database. I mean,
Okay.
we have so many nice clients.
So it never happened that you saw a client and you're like, okay, gosh, I like him, so
Well,
I think
if
I'm
you're-
your
if you're-
best match.
If you're already hooked up, you know, with the right partner, you don't think.
Okay,
twice.
that's right, that's
Yeah.
right, that's right.
So it's not really applicable.
Right. So
but
weirdest-
I meet a lot of people that, you know, are just really nice, and that's, you know, you stay friends with.
And weirdest request ever.
Oh, weirdest requests. I don't think we have that many very strange things, and maybe that's also my perspective, because we are kind of, we are very open-minded.
Right.
We are non-judgmental. I think that's also the only way that we can do our job well. So whatever people say and want and you know, expect, we try to provide that for them, and just take into account how they work, and being non-judgmental and thinking out of
that's
the box.
right.
I don't think so many things are weird, you know. Everything has just, you know, their place, and everybody has their own likes and preferences, and that's just fine.
But do they pay you 15,000 at the very beginning, and then they have to pay an extra for advices, whatever, or it is the whole package?
It's the whole package, and we have 3 different types of memberships.
Okay.
And, according to the price, the more you go up, the more is included. But at the basis, you know, being a member is like a holistic kind of journey. And we are there for our clients as much or as little as they need us to be. We will coach, we will guide, we will help, we will organize, you know, whatever it takes to be successful for them, we will do it.
But when you were the first to search for this kind of relationship, you started at whatever, what was your age, like 27?
30.
Okay,
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
Did you find the right guy, or you did not?
No, but I didn't. But I met 3 people.
Okay.
And then I switched to the other side, so I didn't really, you know, go through the whole process.
Okay.
So it's. But I met nice people. One of them is still actually a really good friend of mine.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So.
And you do not make differences between like hetero or
Gay.
homo or
No, not at all.
okay, there's space for everyone.
Exactly. Each
Okay, great. That's what I love.
Is an individual.
Great.
And whatever they like or prefer, you know,
Great.
that's their.
And no limits for age too.
Nope.
Not even like less than
21.
Ah,
the
okay,
minimum.
21. Okay.
Yeah, 21 is a minimum.
Okay. How many people are you over there? I mean, how many people work behind this kind of project?
Well, our team, we have 22 people in our team.
Okay, 22.
Yeah. And growing, because we are opening
You are.
3 more offices in the States this summer.
Wow. And you
So-
started when?
Last year, basically.
No way.
I've been in the business for 5 years, but Ivy is there now for a year.
No way. Good job. Good job. So you come visit here in Italy how often?
I'm basically here every 2 or 3 weeks. But we have, our Italian client manager who's always here.
Okay.
And I come, whenever there's things to do that we need to do together.
It's Francesca.
Yes.
Francesca, un saluto. Ragazzi, Francesca è la nostra parte italiana. Ragazze, eccole. Voi dite dove siete? Siamo in un posto pazzesco, tra l'altro qua che dà sulla galleria. Non mi vedrete mai più qua perché io frequento i luoghi da barboni, ma guardate che meraviglia! Inga, we just love you so much. So, let's keep in touch.
Yes.
We never know what's gonna happen.
Exactly. And we just have to spread the love.
Of course, I just love you. Grazie Inga.
Thank you, thank you.
Un bacio. Ah, Inga, you have to say un'amica in affitto.
Un'amica in affitta.
Vedi che le sto insegnando l'italiano. Brava Inga, un bacio.
I will work on my Italian.
Ciao.